morning, everyone. Today's Thursday, June 29th, 2023, and we're here for a work session. And as always, we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And Tim, will you please take the lead?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tim. We have two brief announcements today. First, tomorrow, Friday, June 30th, it's our first and the much anticipated Alive on 25 Festival of 2023. Beginning at 5 p.m., there will be live music on multiple stages and street vendors and food trucks and craft beverages and plenty of family entertainment and fun. And at 9 o'clock, we're also going to have fireworks tomorrow, so hope to see you downtown on Main Street tomorrow. Next, on behalf of myself and the entire town board, I want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July weekend and a reminder to residents, in observance of the holiday, Town Hall will be closed on Tuesday, July 4th, and it will reopen at 8:30 on Wednesday, July 5th. Whether you're barbecuing or you're visiting any of our great beaches or participating in local entertainment establishment, everyone, please be safe and have fun. Okay, we're going to move forward on to our first discussion, which is Keith Keto and Laurel Mooney of Tower Point. Keith, good morning and welcome, and you could start off the discussion, and you guys can come forward if you want.
How are you guys?
Good morning.
Oh, no, so you can come right up here.
You sit
This
down.
microphone's up here.
So I know, Kern, you've been working on this? Councilman
Yes,
Kern?
so, yes.
You want to,
Yeah, I'll
just-
introduce it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but basically what Keith and Laurel, what they do is, as opposed to individual cell companies coming to us to put cell towers, individually, basically, their company consolidates all of them and then puts them in the same location, which I think is smart. And the town then, gets revenue, et cetera. But I'll let you guys, it's your business, so go into depth with it.
Yeah, so Bob, just off of that, that's correct. We're developers, we're owners, longtime holders of cell towers. Sometimes carriers will come to the government and say, hey, I want to build. Say it's just Verizon. The issue with just a carrier coming is that they have only their interest compared to their competitors, right? So we come in and say, hey, we're actually going to bring all the carriers together on one site. And we did put together a presentation. Oh, beautiful. So I'm Keith Keto, this is Laurel Mooney, and we are Tower Point. Next slide. We are fully a turnkey solution. So we have financing, development, construction, management, all in-house. And majority of the people, we have about 45 personnel, which are on Long Island. So it is a local company, even though we do have a national presence. We are based on Long Island. Next slide. 45 personnel, work with local fire department, local municipalities, and private landlords.
Keith, can you explain, when you work with local fire departments, what that means in terms of transmission and how that helps?
and the range, because we do have certain areas such as Jamesport and parts of Wading River that we have difficulty sometimes.
So what I mean by that is we'll go to the fire department, we'll say, hey, we would like to build a tower. And what they usually have is they either have a wooden pole, and these are from the PSEG days where
Right.
it was like a 60-foot wooden pole that PSEG just willingly put up, where the fire department put their communication on. What we'll do is build anywhere from 120 to 160-foot stout flagpole tower, which you'll see further on of what we prefer to do. And their communications to the local fire department, the county police, even it would be, for here, it would be the Riverhead Police. They can locate on top of the tower for completely free.
And so what we did at Dix Hills Fire District was over a 5-year period, we built 3 different towers at each one of their substations. And then we put microwave dishes on the top, so then it provided redundancy in case if there was, a power outage or their communications went down, so it provided redundancy for each one of their locations, for their whole system.
Is redundancy utilizing the other, your basic Verizon cell tower? Is that something new added? I love the fact that you should have redundancy, right?
Yeah,
In
so,
case there's a
so with
failure.
the fire department, so it's, you know, they were located on different sites within, the town of Huntington. And then when we located them onto their sites, so in case the other sites went down, they always had, you know, coverage for the emergency, services.
But that's not a normal practice to have redundancy, correct?
Not so much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah,
added-
it's
sometimes we want
it's an
that.
added
Yes.
thing, yeah,
Yeah.
It's also a
yes.
funding issue, and that's where we can come in if we
We'll
can
help with
fire
providing that.
departments.
The FCC requires you to put emergency personnel on top of it.
Yes, yes. And it's also a tower class 3, which can withstand 145 mile per hour winds. And that's just so the tower doesn't go down, right? Also backup generators as well. 125 plus built from the ground up. Our clients are Verizon, AT&T, Dish Network, and T-Mobile. So T-Mobile and Sprint formed, and the new player is now Dish Network, who's really building out, you know, people have their doubts, but they're truly building
Yeah.
out a network. And they're doing it it's pretty impressive how quickly they're moving. So, next slide.
Other tents we have also is, MTA Police, they're on a couple of the towers as well.
This is kind of just showing how we do have a national presence. This is good when you're talking with the carriers. We have over 700 sites. It's really just leverage, so the carriers know they're not dealing with a one tower shop or just a guy who decided to get into the business for one town. We're polished in the industry, and we have the assets across the U.S. What we like to say is that Long Island's a very tough area to build, right? Between zoning, how dense it is, and et cetera. This is our sweet spot, I'd say. So we prefer to build on Long Island because of zoning and et cetera. We build in the most difficult spots, so we understand all the hurdles that zoning could portray and et cetera. Next slide, please. So I actually want to show a proposed development. This was with the town of Southampton, so just south of here. They wanted to put actually a 50-foot flagpole. And you can see the simulation on the top right of what the flagpoles look like. They're just really unipole stealth. They wanted a 50-foot pole there, right? So we did the RF, you know, saying, hey, we can't get too many carriers on with a 50-foot pole. Then we also contacted the local fire department and the ambulance company. And they actually, the local fire department said, we actually need about 100 feet to get to our other tower, right? So the town of Southampton, you know, they were a little hesitant about it, and they woke up and said, you know, this is something we would want to do, you know, because this is a public safety thing.
Comprehensive plan.
Yeah, so they moved it from 50 to 100 strictly for the fire department because it's for public safety. And that's right on Dune Road, right down the street from Ponquag Beach. And this summer they're trialing, I guess, all online paying for parking. And you need, to do that, you do need internet. So that's just something we see with Eden Villages saying, hey, we're doing online parking, right, with an app. If you don't have the internet, you're not going to be able to get the parking, the fees for parking. Next slide. So this is kind of just showing, this is just a lease exhibit, the drawing, overall drawing of where the site is.
Keith, can I interrupt for a second?
Of course.
You say the internet. What's the radius from a tower that the internet covers?
So it really varies. We're building these about every 0.75 to a mile. It can go further. For that site, believe it or not, since it's on the water, if people are coming in from, you know, going fishing, they'll probably get service 5 to 7 miles out. You know, it's all about what's in the way. So topography, the trees, believe it or not, block this stuff.
The
So
density during the summer months when there's a whole bunch of people down at the beach, then need, you know, fill-in sites as
Yeah.
far as capacity.
So we do build these every mile, but say if you only have a tower, you should get, in most areas, about 2 miles out of that tower in a radius. It all varies with, again, the location and et cetera. So like this
Density.
is a very unique one, so it will beam across the water, you know.
Thank you.
And that's just Ellie of what it looks like. As you can see, the top of the pole are the whip antennas. That is always reserved for the public communications emergency services. All the carriers are interior within the pole. So how it looks on that is how it will look in person. All the antennas, cables, et cetera, are internal. And that is just a compound space. So for this one, we only have a 14 by 6 for the emergency services. This is a smaller compound because of the area that we can use there. We do prefer a 50 by 50. That's just for future growth. Carriers will take more equipment, take more ground space, or possibly even more emergency services, right? So for this one, we just have the fire department, if the Suffolk County Police Department jumps on, they'll have their own space as well. So the benefits, public emergency entities can co-locate for free. And we always say, you know, if the equipment's on site when we're there, we will help install. Since they're probably gonna use us regardless for installing in the end. If the equipment's on there, we'll help install. Service, increased cell phone service for everyone in the community as well. So with public safety, everyone, as well with better cell phone service once all the carriers jump on. Economic benefits for the town of Riverhead. So we do a gross revenue share, so this is a no-cost solution to the town of Riverhead. Along with, we give a one-time capital contribution. This is a cash payment to the town that they can use it for what they wish upon a CO being given to us.